Hey everyone, better late than never. I got stuck into work. It's a busy week for me this week, so I do apologise for being a bit late. In fact, it got to the stage where I thought, well, I've just finished an interview for Firefly podcast, and I just wasn't even sure whether I was actually going to jump on and do this because it's been a bit of a crazy week. But anyway, let's see how we go. If you are with me, say hi. I've got the comments all coming through. I'm going to do some free flower readings. So all you need to do is pick, hey, Sandy, from Western Australia. Cool. Just pick a flower pick a number between 1 and 100, and I will give you a flower reading. Now, this is just, flowers are about our goals in life, and we're sort of doing this like a weekly goal. I'll show you all my flowers. There, you can see the screen. So there's plenty of flowers there, and you're not allowed to pick a flower. You got to pick a number. Oh, good morning, Janine. Lovely to see you. Pick a number, Janine, between 1 and 100 and get a flower reading. All right, Sandy, you're up first, and you've picked number 11. So let's have a look at number 11, which is, go find it. Ooh, there. Okay, so Sandy, while you're there, let's see if I can share this screen for you. I'll stop sharing that one and add another one because I want to show you your flower. If this was your goal for this week, what would it be about? Would it be about relationships? Would it be about business? Just add a little one word. Thanks, Janine. Just add a little one word goal, and I can zoom in a lot better for you then, and we can get a better understanding of what your goal is. But look at its beautiful bougainvilleas. The first thing we look at with the bougainvillea, of course, is the fact that the flower is really, really tiny. That's the actual flower. The colours are, these ones are the sepals. They're on the outside, or part of the calyx almost too. So Janine, Sandy, yours about business. Oh, cool. Okay, that makes it easier. All right, because things are sort of challenging. We need to look at the big picture. When we look at yours, Sandy, what we're saying with your business is that to attract, when we look at flowers and we look at petals and things like that, to attract what you want for your business, or to attract clients, to attract the finances, or to make your business bigger, you need to sort of be a little bit more out there in, good morning, Glenda. You need to be a little bit more out there in putting yourself out there, your business out there, okay? At the moment, your flower goal is quite small, but your exposure to the world needs to be a lot bigger. Now, I feel that with this, you may feel like you have a little bit of imposter syndrome there, where you feel like you want to put it all out there because it's what you've got is really, really good. But maybe you're sort of feeling like, there's a lot of others that are doing this, and maybe I don't feel as good at it. Maybe I'm not right at it. And you're having all these sort of second doubts. Let me tell you, this flower is saying to you, put it out there, because there's lots of little goals in there. When we look at all the little flowers, there's lots of little goals that you're going to achieve, or you're going to have and look at, but you need to be putting out everything. Now, when I look at that as business, and I don't know what your business is, Sandy, but if it was something like coaching, you're going to have to put out lots of different areas about it. This is what you can do. This is what you can do. But really, it's with the heart, with the center of it being about your business. Okay, so Sandy's I took a bit of a sabbatical, ready to get back into it. Yes, you've got so many choices to pick from there. When we look at all these little flowers, I think your hardest part, and maybe that's what you can do, especially with the moon this week and everything else, have a look at your big picture and then start to really narrow it down, because you've got a lot of little goals that you can achieve. But is that what you want? Or do you want to look more into just a single goal, like where you want to go? So yes, with yours, Sandy, have a bit more look at the big picture, because you're putting it all out there, or you want to put it all out there, but we need to focus a little bit more on where you want to go and what you want to do. I would suggest with that one, that would be, for an example, I would say flood all the social media marketers, flood all the social medias that you can. Get onto TikTok, do little videos on there, share it on Facebook, share it on all your other businesses, and put it out there, and then let those areas decide on where you want to focus on. Okay, let those areas come forward and bring it through. And yes, don't go out. So Sandy's got down there that she's got a burnout stage ready to go again. So she got burnt out. And I can see that when you're looking at it so busy, you could be doing so many things. Just come back and start to really focus on what business it is that you want to do. Now, I know with my business, I've basically done a whole 360. I started off doing flower readings. Then I went every other way that you can imagine, including Personal Growth Expo, including I've got a podcast now, and I've done so much. But bring it back, Sandy, because you'll get burnout again. Just come right back to where you need to be. At this stage, it looks like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals. Let's bring it back down. 3 only, okay? Tell me what those 3 are next time and we'll look at those, all right? Okay, that's yours, Sandy. Who was next? Janine had number 7. Let's look at Janine. Janine, that's one of my favourite little flowers. All right, let me show you this one, Janine. Now, I know I've dropped another one. I'll do Glenda's next. And Janine is, and you, my love, she's got number 7. So I don't know what Janine's is actually about. So we'll just go with what Janine's is. I'll share that picture for you. So here's Janine's flower. So I'm not sure what her flower is all about as far as her goal. But when I look at this flower, I just love it. Just to me, it's like this big smiley face saying, "Hi, I'm here." And maybe that's what you need to do a little bit more. Oh, sorry. I'll have a look at yours in a minute, Sandy. Sandy's just put another message up. I'll get back to you again in a minute. Okay, so with this one, Janine, look, as far as it does look pretty. Okay, now, Janine, tell me, what did you want your goal to be this week? What were you focusing on this week? And how can we go, how can we help with this picture? Because if we can focus on, if it's business, if it's just you being you, and if it's just you being you and you haven't got a goal, mate, this flower is ideal, because what it is saying to me, it's like, you look at the background, the background's all blurred. It means it doesn't matter what's going on anywhere else. You need to be front and center, and you need to be, okay, family challenges. All right. So what's this one saying with your family challenges is let the background go, because what's happened in the past and everything else is you can't change that. You need to be up front and center with your family. You need to be open and honest, and here I am. And we look at the heart center in here, which is all this area in here, the heart center. And it's sort of saying, be open, be available for the family. You can't force them to do anything you don't want them to do or want them to do, but you need to be available for them. They're up front and center. Now, when we look at where that flower actually is in the image, it is towards the top. A lot of that's to do with the spirituality. So it's what your core, what your true values are. Stay with them. And it is towards the past, not the future. The future's over this side. This is the past area. So stay true with how you've been, what you believe, and where you're going from there. Because it's okay to be futuristic and be open and going forward, but you've got to sit with your core values. You've got to sit with who you truly are. Now, again, I'm not saying that they have to be like you, but you have to be open and there with a big smile on your face. Sometimes you won't want to, but you're going to be open and there ready for them. So just be there for them. And this is saying, with that crazy look on your face, with that crazy mum, whoever she is, but be there for your family, even if it's siblings, if it's brothers or sisters or parents, just be there. And sometimes we do need to fake it to make it, but just be there and be open for them. So that's for you, Miss Janine. Thank you for stopping by too. Now, Sandy, before I go back to Glenda's, because I think she's going to come back and watch the replay, Sandy, I'll just have a quick look at what you wrote. So you got to burnout stage ready to go again. Oh, okay. I did stop all the places I volunteered with, took time for healing. Thank you. Oh, cool. Okay. So yeah, Sandy has taken time for healing, but yeah, again, just keep yours focused, because mate, you're going to do the same. Otherwise, you're just going to go out there and all over the place. So the next one is number 88, and it is relationships for Glenda. Let's have a look at 88. Now, of course, you would pick this beautiful flower. open up and I will share that screen with you. So this is if you want a free flower reading, just pick a number between 1 and 100 and give me an idea of what your goal could be about. So this one's a relationship goal for Glenda. And this is number 88 that she has picked. Now, when we look at the relationship goal, when I look at that flower, straight away I go, it's looking towards the future. The heart center is really, really open. And we look at the petals as well. The petals are attraction. So what she needs to do to attract the right relationship, if she's looking to attract the relationship. Now, when I look at this image too, when we look at the heart center, which is this area in here, obviously the center of the heart, it's really big and it's really open. So which is lovely and very, very positive. But when we look at it, it's a little bit disjointed. So it's quite spotty and disjointed. So what I'm looking at there is the heart center is in it for a relationship, but there's areas there that we still are going to be triggering off some of the darker or deeper elements of relationships, which is quite normal. Now, don't know whether you can see it as well, but there's a lot of blue in the center there, and that'll, to me, that is communication. Now, we really need to be communicating in this relationship. You need to be communicating from the heart. Now, that isn't always easy, because sometimes the heart is saying things that is a little bit challenging for people. And I know that we can sometimes speak from the heart, and we can speak quite strongly. We can be quite blunt and to the point. When you're starting a relationship, we just need to soften that a little bit. And but there again, what it's coming through is that, yes, we do need to soften that, but you still need to be who you are. And if that's who you are, then that's where you need to go. So this flower is saying to us that, and it is actually the relationship flower, the beautiful yellow petals are saying that you're attracting a lot. Now, the yellow is a joy. I see yellow as joy. It's vibrant, it's open, it's alive. So for your attraction, the attraction side of it, it's about being open and being alive in what you're doing. So to attract the right person there, you're not going to be attracting them at a place where things are not conducive to who you are. You're going to be attracting the right person doing what your passion and what your love is all about, what are you all about. So that what brings you joy, that's where you will meet them. But it is a cut flower. I'm thinking that this flower is not going to last much really long. You might attract somebody, but I really don't know whether that's going to be the right one. So when we look at it for the goal for the week, and I shouldn't go further forward, let's look at it for the goal for the week. You may be seeing somebody, may be thinking about somebody may have sparked your interest, but that's not your long-term goal. That's not the long-term person. Okay, I'll go that way, because I keep forgetting it's just for the week. That's not the long-term thing. So yes, you're attracting all the right people. There's going to be lots of ticks for that person, but this is not your full-time relationship that you're looking for. So if you do want a quick free flower reading, just pick a number between 1 and 100, and I can do one if you want to add a goal to it for the week. If it's a relationship one, as this one is, or if it is about finances or about your business, pick a number between 1 and 100 and your flower will come up, and I'll do a quick reading for you. So there's a few on there that are watching. If you do want to get a free flower reading, just pick a number between 1 and 100 and we will go from there. Now, this is a weekly reading. And as I said with this one, because this is something that's obviously in this lady's mind at the moment, they may have seen somebody that they liked. They're looking towards the future, but it is a cut flower. So I'm going, that's not a long-term goal. So yeah, I don't know whether that's going to help you. But anyway, let's see how we go. Thanks, guys, for jumping on. I know what I want to do. I want to do a quick random one for Brian, because Brian always supports me. And I'm going to do a quick one for Sal too, because Sally always supports me. And I just like to be able to help them. So what I do have is a randomizer here. I'll get rid of that picture. If you want a free flower reading, pick a number between 1 and 100. Okay, so this one's for Brian. And this week, Brian, you are number 21. So here is your flower that we will get a reading for. And I have to be honest, Brian, I nearly didn't do the readings today. And I thought of you, and I thought, you seem to be getting a lot out of it. So I want to make sure I'm helping those, because that's what I do this for, to help others. So I really was in that frame of mind where I didn't want to I had other things to do, and anyway, I've done this. So this is for you, Brian. Your flower for the week. So this is your week. Now, what it is saying is just be mindful of who you're attracting, because there's one element there that you're attracting and it's not quite what you want. And we can see that flower, that petal, because the petals are attraction, we can see that you may be attracting something there that's not quite relevant to you. Just be mindful of that. Don't, what you feel is what you want may not be quite what you want. So just be aware that you may be getting the wrong, or you feel like you're getting the wrong sort of attraction, because and it's only a small amount, but it's there. Beautiful, big, open heart center. You've got an open heart. Don't be shy to show it, and you'll be attracting all the right things there. When we look at this goal for this week, we can see that it's really open. And the other aspect we look at is we look at the shape of the petals. So what you are attracting, you need to attract of a feminine nature. So you need to be, when we say a feminine nature, I'm not saying you have to be girly. I'm saying you have to allow your vulnerability, express how you're feeling, and your nurturing side. You need to allow that to come through to attract the right people, or the right things that you need to achieve your weekly goal. Okay. And the other aspect we look at too is the heart center. Now, the heart center's got the beautiful golden orange, yellowy color to it. So I'd go more towards the orange. Now, when we look at yellow, I look at the joy and areas like that. But when we look at that orange, it's more of a spiritual nature. We need to go a little bit deeper. And there's lots of little bits and pieces to it, but it is about going a little bit deeper in your spirituality side and allowing that to come through. So, Brian, for your week this week, just watch out what you're attracting here. There's an element there that's not quite what you want to have for attraction. If you want to achieve your goal, you need to attract by being more allowing your nurturing to come out, allowing your vulnerability to come out. So that's how you will get your goal. Now, if you want to have a free flower reading, I've got a couple more minutes left. Pick a number between 1 and 100, and we can pick your goal there. Make sure you're on StreamYard if you want to do that. Okay, so the next one I want to do is for Sal, because Sal's always there to support me. Let me make sure this is working right. Okay, so here's your number, Sal. Oops, number 79. And this is yours for the week. Where are you? 79. Oh, okay, Sal, this is an interesting one. You'll like this. I'll share you this one. Share screen. Here we go. Okay, so Sal, this is yours for the week. Look, the first thing that attracts my attention here is that these goals are real low. So the goal is really low. It's so it's more of that real physical aspect to it, not so much as the spiritual side to it. So it's a real physical side to it. So your week this week, you need to make sure you're focusing on achieving a physical task, or achieving something to that effect. Now, this physical task that you've got down low has led on from another one, but it is also going to help you as you go further, go into that spiritual aspect of it. So the higher it goes, the more spiritual it is. But it's a real physical task that I can see down here, which is going to help you with the other one. And this physical task, it's funny that for this time, the light has really caught my attention. And I can see that you've got this highlight, a real white highlight on a part of that. So there's something there that is one of the attractions, one of the areas that you're doing or you're attracting, it's going to be really, really highlighted there. And that's going to help you. Now, when we look at the heart center as we go into this task, it's it's not of a deep heart center. It's more of an out there heart center. So to this task that you need to achieve this week will be a little bit more, I've got to do that probably for somebody else, but you enjoy doing it for other people anyway. If you, there's somebody's just jumped on. If you want a free reading, pick a number, a flower reading, pick a number between 1 and 100 and you can have a flower reading. So this is your goal, Sal. I can see it's a physical task that you need to achieve this week. There's a highlight on one area of it. When you think about it too, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 petals of attraction there. So it's a real set task that you need to do. And I feel that it's a task for somebody else. It's not necessarily yours, but it's a physical task that you need to achieve. It will help you as you go further forward, but you're probably not so connected to it, if that makes sense. So yeah, just get it done, get it over and done with, and it's sorted, because it is going to help you in the long run. So that's your task for this week. If you want a free flower reading, you can pick a number between 1 and 100 and you can go from there. But that looks like it is all. I've done Brian's, I've done Sal's because they've both helped me. Glenda's already in there. Everyone's there. So if you do like this, share it. Oh, I don't know. Do what you have to do. I have flower reading online courses now. So if you want to learn how to do flower reading, you can do that with the online courses. I've also got the book, Intuitive Flowers, Empowering Your Emotional Goals. And what the book does, it goes right through everything there about the different aspects of the flower. So it actually goes through what the stems mean, and lovely, it's not a cheap book because it's got a lot of colored pictures in it because you need the colors. So it goes, there's your path and journey. It's about the stem. There we go, path and journey. Oh gosh, I'm hopeless at this. And so it goes through each element. You've got all your colors, you've got everything else in it and what it means and why or how flower readings can actually help you. Because flowers are our goals in life. When we have those goals, we can choose a flower image and then we can actually see what our intuition is saying. So on here, you can't actually pick the flower image, but you can pick a number between 1 and 100. And I have, let me show you the screen, I have a heap of flowers here. So instead of picking a card, you're basically just picking a number. And in that number, you will have all these different flowers that come through. So that's how we do the flower readings for this week. I'm going to do it each week. If you want a flower reading, I ask you to pick a number between 1 and 100. And usually I ask you to put a goal with it too. So if you've got a goal that you want to achieve this week, something you want to try and sort through, get an understanding of what your intuition is telling you, then it's funny how you can do the card deck, obviously, and a card comes out, but you've only got 50 odd cards in there. This one's got 100. I'm going to be adding more to the flowers as well, so we get a better, even more variety, because let's face it, flowers are just unlimited as far as looking at them, as far as, what you can pick from the website. You think of even a single rose, red rose. You can have it as a bud. You can have it as an open flower. You can have it on the angle. You can have all different ways. And there's 16 different areas that you can look at in a flower reading, which your intuition is bringing forward. So that's me for today. Have a great day. All the best to everyone. And I will see you next. Oops, hang on. Got to get it in the right spot. I will see you next week. Bye for now.